Captain's log. It's the 12th of August of 2024. The time is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, I've just spent 5 hours doing hedge cutting. I'm absolutely worn out. It's been hot, it's been hard, and yeah, but I'm sitting here in my on my crop circle for 5 or 10 minutes just to relax and chill out now that I've got home. And I'm contemplating whether or not I should continue with any sort of project. And I think I need to take a look at this over here again. As I said before, I'm going to go do some forestry here, etc, etc, cutting back, so I might do that now. But yeah, this is just an update. Absolutely tired, but I'm sporting a new hairstyle, as you can see, nice and shaved off. And not going to lie, this is the first time I've been able to grow a beard like this in my life. So being a cancer survivor, I lost a lot of my hair. It used to be really curly, still is unfortunately, but I haven't been able to grow anything, and now I'm really happy that this is achievable, because it means that my body's healing. So I'm really grateful, thank God for that. Anyway, so I'm going to chill out for half an hour or so, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I'm already itching to get going, but I am tired, and then we'll see where that turns out, how this turns out. So I did a video before of this particular area, and I think I'm going to start making some inroads into that. I've got a choice between that or continuing with my barbecue spa area, or landscaping, or pond work, which I'm going to build a pond at some point in the future, or start digging foundations for a garage, or start digging foundations for a proper workshop shed gym, as I call it, because then I can have my gym in there as well. So quite a lot of things I can do, and I guess what I'm going to do is just procrastinate and go for one that I think is going to be the less taxing, because tomorrow I'll have a day off, which means that I can start really getting into something. But Wednesday I'll go back to the same clients again, because they'll only be available then, and they like to be present because they like to muck in, and that's really appreciated, because they're elderly couple. It's also mowing for the elderly. It's another couple that I work for and do like a discounted rate for mowing for the elderly. So effectively the mowing for the elderly is I go and I'll do the work for them, depending on what it is. Sometimes it's just for free, just to be pay back to the community, because you know, it needs to be done. It's just a social conscience. But quite often, more often than not, I would say 99% of the time, the clients say, no, we want to pay you something. I normally refuse, but eventually they insist, and then I just say, all right, fine, and they say, give me a price, and then I'll just give them like the smallest amount of money, hourly rate that I can possibly afford, because obviously my equipment needs maintenance. It needs fuel, it needs oil, it needs parts and that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, a little contribution that they makes is nice, but a lot of them like it, and more often than not, even although I request a certain amount per hour, I'm not going to declare that, but they pay me more than that, and then I have to argue them. But yeah, you know, it's for me personally, it's more of a feel-good factor. And anyway, so I'm going back down to this elderly couple on Wednesday when they'll be back. They do like to muck in, and because they're elderly, they're both in their 70s, 75 plus, you know, they don't have great stamina, which is understandable because I'm getting on myself. However, I haven't got an objection to that, because it also gives them a little sense of achievement, you know. It's the right thing to do. It makes me feel good. Conscience wise, I've got a lot of things to pay back. You know, I was in the army, and that should say enough. Is conscience there now, which I never used to have. So yeah, rightio, that's about it for me now. Speak to you soon. I'll see what I get on with, and then make a blog or something related, if I actually achieve anything today other than that. So latest, bye. Captain's log, 12th of August of 2024, and now I'm starting to work on placing the inflatable easy spa in this area, and I'm going to go through it step by step. So what I'll do is I will take photos of it and then add that to the video in the process, the step by step process that I do, and then we'll go from there. And at the end we'll see where we are. Latest, bye. So first the ground cover goes down, but I'm going to change that slightly, but just to get a gauge of the size of things. So effectively I put the ground cover down, but I will be putting carpet underneath it to soften and make it a softer plush seating arrangement. Alright, but at the moment I'm just going to do a setup to see size so that I can arrange for what I have to do around the edges, which I'm going to do some cladding on that. So and I'm going to put thermal insulation in there so I can keep it up permanently. So that's the ground sheet. Okay, so I've inflated her just to get an idea of the size, and the ground sheet is going to dictate what I want to do here. So I'm thinking along there and down there as high as the windowsill, so effectively up to that ledge there, or maybe up to that ledge there, or I'm undecided at the moment, but to build a carcass around it, and put cedar all the way around, and then we'll have a corner here for things to go on, like drinks or whatever, and we'll have a corner there, a corner unit there, and a corner unit there, and a corner unit there. So I'm thinking I'll probably go square around this. Okay, next step, one step closer. Okay, so moving ahead, next step in the process is, now that I've gauged the layout, what I want to do, I am going to go square around it. It's only going to go up to where the joins are. Okay, so there will be a corner unit there with a door on it and a flat surface on top, so you can put, you know, drinks or whatever on top of that, but it'll be a useful space, and it'll have a little door on it so I can get into it, because inside that area we've got all our various inlets and outlets. So there's one there, there's another one there, and there's another one down the bottom. That's the drain. And then you see this coiled up plastic pipe which here, that would attach to there when you want to drain it down, and then it can just run straight out into this drain and then go along there and then down into the waste pipe, which is pre-installed. Okay. This corner here be a little cupboard as well, which you can open, and inside there would be the chemicals to maintain this. And then in the far corner I'll do the same thing again, another little cupboard where you can store whatever, you know, TV remotes, that kind of stuff. And in the far corner over there, that will just be a surface for us to put down drinkies or whatever, you know. So if you're having a little bit of a social event in there, then people have got places, they've got four corners. It says it can seat 6 or house 6, but based on the size of it, I think that would be very, very cramped. So maximum 4, I think. Anyway, so over and above that, the next thing to do is, now that I've got this ground sheet down to gauge the size, I'll have to cut it back a little bit. I'm also going to build a framework around it, as you know, to make all these various surfaces to put things on. And I'm going to be clearing it in a nice English cedar, which is this. Now I've got a lot of them, and they're left over from a job. So what I'll do with this is I will effectively panel it out all the way around. I'll probably end up sanding that down and getting down to the raw wood. These are very good because they've got natural oils in them, which is very water resistant. But I'm going to sand them down once I've built it, obviously, and then I'm going to give them a teak oil, I think, which will just prolong it off, because teak is really good for marine. And then we'll get that looking pretty. I want to make it in such a way so that window can still open. So a little bit of jiggery pokery. This is really going to test my carpentry skills, and let's see how this develops. But effectively, so come tomorrow, all this gets deflated. But for tonight, I'm just going to put a little bit of water in because the wind's picking up, just to hold it down. Tomorrow I will then go and drain it down, and that'll give it a good test on that situation there, to see how it all flows away. And then I'll start building the carcass, and again step by step, photos and videos as we go, and this will turn it nice. But it's a nice little private area. We've got them lot up there, but they can't see it, which is good. I don't like them anyway. But all this is getting grown over. You've got grapes growing up here. We've got various types. We've got a jasmine there and another jasmine there, and they will eventually grow up this trellis work. So once I've deflated this and raised the floor and leveled it and secured it like I need to do, I'm also going to put chicken wire underneath this cover with a gap on the end, so that these plants can grow up and into there, but not on top, so we can trim them and maintain them. And I was just thinking it'd be really nice sitting in the spa, and you've got your grapevine growing up and covering this over, so you look up, you've got this green canopy. It's kind of why I put this on here, to stop the water falling on us, and also it gives light so that can grow and spread. I've done it on a previous property that I owned, and I tell you what, it works a treat. It gives you natural cover, and also you get up, you're a bit hungry, you just pick some grapes and eat them. Yum yum yum. So yeah, lots to do, yeah. So we'll see how this goes. This is in the wind at the moment. This is just an old ranky old carpet. I'm going to quadruple layer it, so if that's one carpet, I've got a whole lot more, and I'll just stack them one on top of the other, over and over, until I get to a really nice soft plush surface. The ground sheet will then go on top of that, and then the spar will go on top of that. But right now, just going to fill it up so it doesn't blow away in the evening, and then tomorrow we'll start work in earnest. Latest, bye. Captain's log, it's the 13th of August of 2024, and the time is just gone 2 in the afternoon, and I've been out shopping today. I went and purchased the timber, and this timber is for the carcass to go around this for cladding with cedar. And I'm just sitting down and sort of thinking about how I'm going to build this thing in the most efficient way. I'm also thinking of orientating this a little bit. I'm thinking I might take the control panel and all the inlets and outlets that are down there and swing them around and put them in this section here, with a line leading to the drain. So effectively, effectively the drain, as you can see, I've currently got it connected up here, and it's leaking a bit. I don't like that. That's not a good idea. Let's tighten that up a bit. Okay, so effectively that drain is running through here, and I've connected onto a hose pipe which I'm now taking off because it's fresh water, and I'm feeding my plants at this stage. Obviously when it comes to chemicals and stuff being added for preservation, then it just goes down the drain, and I've already tested this drain system and it flows beautiful. So that's the plan, and now I'm just sort of thinking about the layout, how I'm going to do this. But I want to bring these controls around to here. That's easier, more accessible, I think, which would make sense, because then I can just get to it from instead of sitting in the corner squeezing up there and trying to move furniture around to get to it. So that's the plan. Now the next step is to go up to the shed, which is up there, and fight my way through all those stinging nettles So this is how this property goes. So the next thing I've got to do first, before I can do anything here, because up there is actually some tools I need, I'm going to have to get my weed whacker out and finish off all those brambles, not brambles, stinging nettles, because although I get stung by them often, I really don't particularly want to inflict pain on myself if I don't have to. So yeah, and shortly I'm going to go fetch my wife from work, so I really can't get into anything heavy right now, but I've still got tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Take it easy all, bye. Captain's log, still the 13th of August of 2024, and it's been quite a busy day. As I said earlier in the previous one, I went and got materials, and now I'm just planning out the surround, or whatever, the framing. So this is it so far. This is just the base one, and that corner there, it's been gone to a 45. We'll have another piece going along there, roughly, more or less, and that'll be a cupboard, and then this will be a triangular cupboard, and that will be a triangular cupboard, and that will just be a triangular shelf as it's around. So what I have to do tomorrow is I have to replicate that exactly. However, the difference will be opposed to the beams or battens being like that. Yeah, they will be like that, flat on. It gives me a bit more width, but the reason for that is because when it comes to the window ledge, it's that one that we've got out there will come to about there, standing like such. Yeah, well, let's give a better example. They'll go to there like such, and the ones that are going flat, they'll have more than a 45. I'm not quite sure what the angle is yet, but I will work it out, and they will go up on the window ledge to there, in order for the window to still open. Alright, so something like that, yeah, which brings it up to that level from the top, which then means that all you will see sticking out will be this cover. So we'll get on with it tomorrow, and I'll show you then. But yeah, productive day. I would have liked to have got further, but because it's the time of night, I'm not going to start making noise now, because I'll have neighbours complaining. Okay, laters, bye. Captain's log, the 14th of August of 2024. The time is 1:45 in the afternoon, and a continuation of my barbecue patio pergola spa area continues. As you can see, I'm in the middle of busy framing the carcass for the cladding. I'm going to try to go for a Scandinavian look. So I'm just building the carcass for the spa to go in there, and if you see, this corner's been cut off, so it gives us access. Obviously all the furniture will change, I'll show you when it's done, but over there's going to be a door where you put your various that door will just have access to the filter, the inlets and the outlets, etc, etc. Then where the chair is, just down there, there'll be another door, and that will have the same sort of situation, but I'm squaring it up, but it will go a triangular piece, and then there'll be a little door here. Inside there will be the chemicals and so forth, and in that corner the same. I'll have another door there with a little piece, like a little cupboard, and in there we could have whatever. I think originally I said this will be for like TV remotes and stuff like that. That'll be for the access to the services, and I think that will be the corner for the chemicals, etc, etc, etc. But yeah, progress is good. We're moving ahead, not swiftly. Would have liked to have been further ahead, but I've still got a few hours left in the day, so let's see how this turns out. Later all, bye. Captain's log, Earth date the 14th of August of 2024. Same day, still on the same project, but a bit more progress. And yeah, the time is 20 to 4 in the afternoon, and now I've had enough. But anyway, this is where we've got to so far. So I double framed this, and I've clad it with the cedar. Excuse me, and you will see it overlaps the drain, so the water will be able to flow in here, under there, and on the inside we've got the same, and the same on the other side, down there. So what remains now is to fill in this section here. So just to give you an example, I don't know, we'll see, but I'm going to fill that in, and the same there, and the same there, and turn those into cupboards. You can see I've left that open for the door. I went a bit crazy and overdid that one, so I need to take some off, but that's neither here nor there. And then just do a nice edge along it, and maybe another boxing on the inside. But this is what it looks like so far. Obviously the cedar, I'm doing this on both sides now because the dogs are now deciding they want to be in shot. As you can see, they're being a bit of pain following me around. Let's go back this way. Come on dogs, don't be lying. Anyway, so that's what we got so far. And then yeah, I'll get this looking pretty before long. But I've had enough for one day. So laters all. Bye.